Today is what's today's date? 13, 12 May 2026. 12th of May 2026. Um, um, a big part of these videos is the fact that I'm, unprepared, not to, not unprepared, more like on, how do you say it now? It's uncurated, right? And I love the fact that where I am now is a place called Calm, right? It's a place. It's a place where I am very calm in my mind and in my body. I woke up a bit, no, actually, I woke up calm too because I felt like I attributed it to the fact that I took some magnesium yesterday. Even though I didn't need it, I was like, okay, I wanted to sleep so deeply that I won't be too tired from my trip today. So I left Belgrade today. Hello. And you have to guess where I am, okay? But I'll give you a hint, right? It's still in Europe and there's a lot of like Muslim activity in it. Don't be scared or anything. I feel like it's completely safe. However, um, I didn't think or anticipate that it would be this high Muslim activity. That's the reason why I made this comment. So it's a place that appears in the Bible, and I just felt like okay, there'll be more. It feels to me like it has biblical and Islamic history all at the same time, just like Jordan. And I find that that's so beautiful because it feels like I'm seeing evidence that Christians and Muslims can live in harmony. Do you know what I mean? But let me go back to what I was talking about earlier. So if you hear a mosque go off, I've been hearing the call for prayer. I've heard it multiple times today, so it's okay, right? Okay, so let me get into why I started the way I did. Today I took arguably the most turbulent flight I have ever taken in my entire life and in my entire history of world travel. Arguably the worst. I took one from coming in from Paris to Birmingham a while back. And funny enough, it was turbulent, but I wasn't scared. It was like cool. It was really windy that day, so I was like, you know what, cool, it happens, right? This one was windy. I was seeing mountains. I was like, yay. But you know what happened? Throughout, hello, hi, nice, nice. Let me tell you what happened. As we're coming down, I knew that my arm was, kind of disturbing me the entire day. In fact, I woke up with some pain, so I took some painkillers, and I don't think it really did anything for the pain. Normally I'll be able to walk through it, but today I think also because I was lifting things and moving things around and heavy moving, lifting and carrying, there was something in my hand the entire day. It just didn't stop hurting. And then during the flights, during one of the turbulence moments, I kind of hit it against the chair in front of me. It went straight to my brain, like, and I knew what I was doing was just worshiping God during that flight. From when I entered, when the captain said, "Oh, something, good evening. It's going to be 1 hour to the place, this and that." It's lovely weather. Then he now added, "But there's going to be a bit of turbulence." I clocked it in my spirit. I say, "Ha!" So once I got in, not because I wanted to bribe God, but I just started worshiping God. I just started worshiping Him because I felt like through turbulence, he deserves the praise. Through good times, through bad times, he deserves the praise. And really, who do you go to when you're going through moments, right? Who is your go-to person? Who's the person that, whether you see the person or not, you are just, this is who your go-to person is. I hopeful that's a higher power than you, and hopefully that person is Jesus Christ. Let me not digress too much. So I hit my hand, and once I got in, I was in no mood, no touristy mood at all. Like, I got in to my hotel and I just laid down. I've been lying down for hours because I then did this, like, to stretch it out. I think this is the first time I cried about my arm because it went beyond my brain. So regardless of the pain I feel, these hands are made for war. I break bowls of steel. The impossible is done with my hands. David fought bears and lions with his arms. Same. Let's go. Ouch. Okay, so beyond that, if I have a little tinge of miserable, that's the reason why I'm not miserable. So let's talk about country number 25 and country number 3 on this trip. So country number 25, I'll tell you a little about it. But I feel like I haven't given Serbia as much audience as it should have. And I'll do a whole video about this entire trip. Serbia won, country number 25, before I name it. So before I got to the airport, we're meant to do like this online check-in. No, before then, let's backtrack. Night before, I was doing some research, and I realized that if you're like going through the Balkans or going through Europe, you can't go, except you have like a Serbian visa, you can't go in to Serbia to exit to another country. Like, the entry and exit is funny. That's how so it's like if the devil planted that seed in my mind. So I got to the airport. I couldn't do the online check-in, which was scary to me, but I said, you know what, don't worry. I got there. The girl took her sweet time Xing somebody else. Like, the person attending to me was busy attending to the next person beside me, Xing her. I said, Jesus. I just knew in my spirit that I needed to just be calm and let the Holy Spirit take control. So I stood there for a considerable time, and eventually she was like, oh, where's this passport from? I was like, Nigeria. Oh, what visa? I showed her the visa. Obviously, it's not a Serbian visa I had. It's not I'm in North Macedonia right now. Yay, Skopje. I didn't have North Macedonian visa. She said, she now called first time, called second time, called her supervisor. Yeah. I come and now be thinking about, okay, option 2, what do I do? There and then, I was just like, and for some reason, my spirits kept on fighting, accepting option B. Because I was like, this plan that I have, I will see it through. I'll see it through. Every single stop, you make 3 stops at the check-in, at security, which is border, and then border going, border outward, and border receiving, right? So those 3 stops, it just felt like I was holding my breath. And I just felt like this is something that some people will never understand. Never understand. The, so to speak, indignity of having a passport that you have to sort of, you have to, how do you say now, defend why you're here. What are you here for? I know those are normal questions, but when they're asked after identifying the color of your passport and looking at you funny, and it just feels different. So I'm saying all that to say that if I if I am inspiring you to travel the world as well, be prepared for what you see. Be prepared for sometimes being delayed a little to ask further questions. This is not a complaining video. This is not a video to rubbish any government or say, oh, somebody did bad by me. No, they were doing their due diligence. But I'm just saying that if you have the audacity to travel the world, be prepared to, one, represent where you're from, represent the country you're from and whose you are, and two, learn about them. Because you're not the center of the world. You don't suddenly appear and everything has to be red carpets thrown in front of you and everything. So that was my experience coming in today. I did not feel touristy. I did not, like, I'm literally in the old bazaar right now, and I do not feel touristy at all. Like today, I'm not spending a lot of time here. I should have dropped my stuff, refreshed myself and gone out. Didn't feel like. And on this trip, I'm learning to listen a lot more to my body, listen to my mind. Pastor Kojo has been on about your soul, your real man sitting on your soul, being on the soul level, basically. So my real person is not who you are seeing right now. That to say, just take a moment to understand what you're feeling. So today I wasn't feeling thirsty. I stayed in. One would think, but that's counterproductive. You came all the way to come and visit a country. Why don't you go out and see the country? But God saves us from things. He does. He really does. I don't know what would have been out there, but I knew that I didn't want to go out. Even to the reception, to go and call them because I couldn't get them over the phone. I didn't want to. I think my point of view today is really trust your gut, trust your intuition. If you're feeling like this is a counterproductive thing that you're experiencing, still go for it because nobody knows you like you, right? So all that to say, on this country, on this Balkan tour, I am learning new things about myself. I'm learning new things about the way I see the world and the way the world perceives me, not just about my passport, but who I am too, because my character also matters. When I'm representing myself, my family, my country, because I have to carry that awareness that I'm representing groups of people. So there's that on that side. I did have a very scary flight, I can't lie. I still got to the hotel and I was shaking because the guy was like, cash your card. And I'm like, I'm sure the guy would be like, what's wrong with you? But before I left the airport, which is something to do, I got a bit of cash so that I'm not stranded by card didn't work or something. So I got that. So when I now counted the money with me, I brought it out. I said, okay, here. He was like, are you sure? Like, do you want to give me all the money, all the cash on you? Because it may cost you something to withdraw it. I was like, it's true. Like, are you slow or what? Yeah. It's true. Okay. And I'll give him my card. He's like, do you want to sit down for a bit? Would you like some water? Very kind guy in the reception. Another important point, you don't know what someone is going through. Just be kind. Your own is just to be kind. You know what I mean? You don't know. Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it. So just be kind. About you. Go about your day being kind to people. Don't care. It doesn't cost you to smile at someone. It doesn't cost you to give a nod or give a compliment. Those are very, very cheap things to do, but yet makes a world of difference. That guy was so kind. He knew that I was shaking for some reason, and he was the only one in the reception. He didn't have a bellboy, and he was like, you know what, I'll take you to your room. And he took me, stood at the door. I brought my stuff in, and he was like, okay, you can now, So kind people matter. You should be one of them. I should be one of them. So all of that aside, what's important is I'm here gonna figure out what to do. Because do you know what is interesting? Let me tell you what's interesting. And Princess can attest to this. I have come with no plans. I literally booked this hotel last night. Oh my God, I haven't booked the hotel I'm going to in the next country. And you know what? I kind of like it like that. I kind of like the suspense and the, you don't know what to expect. You don't know, amen, thank you. You don't know what to expect. You don't know, no plans, kind of. And I'm just testing my free will around the world. Woo! Testing my freaking free will because I have it and I can. What you do with your free will is your business. I'm using mine. So yeah, so I haven't booked it. I have my eyes, I mean, thank God for booking.com. I have my eyes on where I think I want to stay. And the last time I was in Tirana, which was last year, I stayed in at the Hilton. There was no cultural relevance to it. You know, I went to Samuel, Samuel, um, and I stayed at this lovely hotel, Poda, but I'm not going that far because I'm not staying that long. So I'm going to stay in Tirana, and I have my eyes on a hotel already, but I haven't told them I'm coming. And when I get there, if they're full, I move on. There are many hotels, fish in the sea. You know what I mean? So I'm not. This is a no plans kind of holiday. Just go with the flow type thing, and feel the rhythm of the city. So this city is a little, from what I've seen so far, I'm like literally in the center of the city. It feels very cultural. It feels very. There's no like new anything to spoil the rich culture that they have. Do you know what I mean? So it's on spoiled. Their culture, the city is unspoiled, and I love it. So I'm going to see more of it tomorrow. If you're in Skopje, holla at me. If you see me, I'm sure I'm going to stand out. You know. Again, I was the only black person on the flight. Yay me. Um. So yeah, I think I've captured today my fears, my worries, my vulnerability, my point of view, every highlight that happened today, or most of it at least. I know how to say hello and goodbye. Goodbye is, yeah, I'll remember. The taxi guy taught me how to say it, and I did a video immediately, and I just go back and remember I came in a bit shaken, so I'll rehearse it and I'll tell you tomorrow. But yeah, this is it. The reality of being on the road is that sometimes it sucks, but you deal. Wear your big girl pants and move. So that's what I'm doing. I'll catch you tomorrow in when I tell about all that happened and why you should definitely visit Skopje. See you then.